Welcome this evening. Good evening. How are you? How is everything? All right, so welcome. I want to welcome you to our final, final, final session for the NYC Boardroom Virtual Conference. Thank you so much for joining our first session, second session, third session, and our fourth session. All right, so I want to do something quick. I'm going to be dropping the link again on group so that we can have people joining. All right, so first let me say thank you. It's been a beautiful ride so far. It's been a beautiful ride so far. I'm not gonna lie. It started the first weekend in November, and this is the last weekend in November, and we're having our final session. I want to say thank you so much to everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for always being here. All right, so for tonight's session, we're not going to take much of our time. We're not going to take much of our time. And then secondly, let me also tell you that our guest is already in the house. Yes, our guest is already in the house, and she will be teaching. She'll be answering some of our questions. She'll be using it also to teach us some things tonight. And I also want you to make sure you have your pen and your paper. I know you've been doing that ever since we started, and I see that a lot of you come here to watch the replay. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. All right, so make sure you listen, because our guest today will not be showing her face. If there's a very beautiful face, she will not be showing her face, but her voice will be available. So please don't let that how should I say it now? Don't let that discourage you. Even her voice self is money. Her face is money. Everything about her is money. Understand that. So please make sure you learn regardless of make sure she just said a dear. She said amen. See, let's not be whining shut down. I'm giving the way I used to give you. I'll be telling you, I'll be giving it to you real. So guys, so her name is Esther, and how did I meet Esther? I met Esther during the lockdown. Even though this gist I'm going to give you guys, she might be like, really? Yes, Esther, in advance, let me tell you, really, I've I've been following Miss Esther since as far back as the lockdown, when she was learning from what's his name now? When she was from Mr. Emmanuel Akpe. And I remember how how she posts. I still remember, then you'd be like, who is this babe, and then all of a sudden, boom, Miss Esther just went boom. Like, that's just it. Let's just say she just went boom. When they say the owepo oblo, like, it started turning to oil. It's moved from owepo to oil. Yes. And one of the things I must really say, another thing that she really did that caught my attention was her boldness, was our courage when we were going to go for NYC then. And I remember how she went all out to set up this 2K for Alawi, for coppers then. And I saw how she went all out for it. And the beautiful thing I love, one of the days when she wrote on her WhatsApp status, was how this idea was even for her, and she opened it up to NYC coppers all around Nigeria. And I remember then, even because we were the same set, and when we were in camp, and I saw the beautiful work she was doing, and she is it's just amazing. I'm not going to lie to you guys. She's an amazing person. I learned from her. I'm even currently in a 5K daily challenge. I learn a lot from her. I'm not going to, that one is a given. I see for every of our speakers, from the first person to this last person right now, there are people I learn from. And one of the few things that I love about her is I love her consistency. Yes, her consistency is inspiring. And when she tells you this, I love how she goes all out for this. And that about her really, really inspires me. So this evening, she's not going to be speaking for long. And then another thing that she does that really inspires me is she speaks in a lot of conferences. Like, I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she gets the strength. And then, you know what that thing has really taught me is, if you are somebody who does not feel too big for knowledge, who keeps going after knowledge, you will keep being somebody that if you are somebody that keeps giving, you will never lack receiving. That stood out for me a lot. You know, she goes all out. She's always speaking. She even today's own, the way we have let me come back home. Let me not go too much. Let me not go too deep. Let me not go too deep. Let me go too deep. Oh. So I want you guys to make sure you hold your pen and you are ready to learn. Because even I myself, I am here to learn. I'll not lie to you. So tonight she'll be speaking with us about digital skills. And if you remember very well, our first session, one of the speakers said something that is not so much about the idea, it's about the skills you have. And last week, our guest also said something about that. When you have the skills, he said something. He said it's about execution. Execution. And all these things that these people talked about, Miss Esther is the Wonder Woman. She's the Wonder Woman of everything. So she's not going to say much. I know, but network. Oof. Okay, we are back. We are back. Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, I can.
Thank God. God, oh, this network no go shame
Yeah.
us. This network no go shame us. All right, guys, we are back. We are so sorry about that. It's network. The first session, the network did not allow us to have it. This one again, but we are coming on top in Jesus' name. All right, so I'm not going to say too much now. I'm going to stay focused. All right, so Miss Esther, can you hear me?
Very loud and clear.
All right, so to my first question, I want us to just dive right into it because our first guest today, it was because of network we couldn't have him because of network, and I don't want to take our time too much. So our first question
Okay.
for today is, like I said, during our first session, our speaker spoke about much more than ideas, have skills.
All right.
And then last week also, our speaker also said much more than ideas, much more than skills, be given to execution.
All
So
right.
I want to bring these two together and ask this very, very important question.
Okay.
Are digital skills, are they really important? Like, are they important? What exactly is digital skills? And for coppers, because after these our two sessions, I went to the group and I started asking them questions like, what kind of skills do you have? And
Yeah.
it is alarming. I'm not going to lie to you. So I want you to help us to break it down and tell us
Okay.
what exactly does digital skills entails, and what does it mean when you say have digital skills? What does it
All right. Thanks so much, Tolu, for bringing me on board. All right, guys. Good evening, everybody. And to believe this is not the first time you're hearing the word digital skill. In fact, anywhere and everywhere you go, you hear people say, have a digital skill, blah, 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 blah. It's now becoming a cliche almost everywhere, right? So when it comes to digital skills, I want you to understand that we have, the thing is echoing. Why?
You can go ahead, ma. You can go ahead.
All right. Okay. Can you still hear me, please?
Yes, we can.
All right. So you must begin when they are saying digital skills. It's okay. Skill is into two forms. What we call digital skill and what we call, I don't want to use the word physical skill per se, but what you do, because digital skill is not spiritual, so let me not say physical, right? But most persons refer to it as art skills or
Yes, ma'am.
something. Now, and what we are talking about is there's one part of when we say physical, I don't want to use the word physical though, but you should get what I'm saying. We mean hairdressing, tailoring, sorry, fashion designing, barbing, mechanic, all those things you call handwork, right? In our local parlance, where they say go learn handwork, they are called skills. But we grew up not knowing they are called skills. You hear them say handwork or something. So all those ones are what we do physically. You see mechanic, you see carpentry, you see like all those skills you do offline now, physical, yeah. Now, this other part is digital skill. When we say digital skill, some of the handwork is also called handwork, but then you offer them over the internet, right? You offer them
Mm,
over the internet.
mm,
For example, you cannot come and be offering how will I put it now? You cannot sew online. I don't know how to put it. You cannot sew online. If you want to sew as a fashion designer, you have to use your machine offline. We'll come to the part of marketing, even if you are coming to market online. But for example, if you want to cut somebody's hair, you do it off. The person will be there. You have to cut it offline, right? If you want to, what else now? If you want to make somebody's hair, I'm not talking about you buying wig now or something. You want to make my hair, I'll be with you offline, right? So all those ones are those skills. But digital skill, everything, you have to offer it over the internet. You don't have to meet the person face to face before you offer the kind of services, right? So those are digital skills. Any of this handwork, I'll still use the word handwork, right? Any of this handwork that you've learned that you can offer over the internet. When I mean internet, obviously, through your phone and your data connection, right? I'm not saying all of those other skills you can't do them through the internet. Obviously, you can't even do them. Just like the example I cited, you have to be there physically with the person before you carry them out. But digital skills, it has to do with the online stuff, right? So I don't know if I should list them just the way I listed that of the physical, right? So, for example,
Please do.
when it comes okay, so when it comes to the digital part, you now begin to ask, okay, what are some of these handwork? What are some of those skills? We don't use the word handwork again, right? What are some of those skills it needs to offer digitally over the internet? That's where you now see things like graphics design, right? If you go to Instagram these days, you see young people into graphic design and they are doing mad stuff, like amazing things. She's 17 years old, 16 years, 18, undergraduates, they are doing crazy stuff over the internet. Some of them, 80% of people they offer those services, they've not seen them physically. Even 99%, they've not seen them physically. It's just for you to give me details of what I'll put on the design. I design, send it over to you on WhatsApp or any social media platform. You like it and you pay. Sometimes you have to pay 50% before I start, right? So you have to offer some of these things, even in your pajamas, from the comfort of your room. That's the beauty of digital skill, right? From the comfort of your room, you offer the service and make money. From the comfort of your room, you teach people that same service and make money.
Hmm.
You teach people that same thing
Hmm.
and make money just from your room. You don't have to even go and see the person say, okay, I want to hold a workshop right now. So all of you gather. I know they are physical workshops, but I'm just saying, so you'll be in Benin
Hmm.
City just like me, but I can be teaching somebody in Lagos at the same time, teaching somebody in Abuja at the same time, teaching somebody in Kaduna. Everybody will gather in one group, and I will be offering that teaching over the internet. So these are digital skills like graphic design. We have some other forms of writing
Hmm.
that are digital skills. We have copywriting, whereby you tell me, Tolu tells me, oh, I want to run
Hmm.
Facebook ads. So I need some content, some writes up that will persuade people to buy, some content that will make people click my link. That's what copywriters do. So she reaches out to me. I've never seen Tolu before. In fact, we don't have to do video call except it's a mega project, right? She meets me and say, oh, see what I want to do. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, see the amount, blah blah. If you trust me well enough, I send my portfolio to her, she agrees. I write, send it over to her through WhatsApp. The thing converts using Facebook and she pays me. So that's the beauty of digital skills. You do it the word there is over the internet. I don't have to meet Tolu face to face before we transact. Do you understand? Unlike tailoring, for example, we will
Hmm.
have to meet so that you will take my measurement offline. You cannot come and be measuring me online, for example, right? You want to cut my hair, you cannot come and cut
Okay.
my hair online. You cannot come and cut my hair on internet. When we get to the part of marketing,
Hmm.
that's where I say all of these physical skills, you can market them online, but you cannot do them like you cannot. I don't know how to put it. I just hope you are getting the point, right? So another example, you see stuff like email marketing. Those of you that are familiar with emails, those emails you receive when you give somebody your email and say, oh, when you want to collect something for free, they say enter your name, your email, and your phone number, right? When they reach out to you, give them your email. Those emails you receive, people and write them, sorry, right? They are marketers,
Hmm.
right? They sit down and compose that email that makes you, when you saw the subject, the headline of the email, like, Omo, let me open and read. it's a skill, it's a digital skill. So let's say you want to send that email to your subscribers now, you don't know how to write. You meet me as a copywriter, Esther, help me write this thing. I want people to open my email, read, click, and buy whatever I'm selling. I sit down and write, compose it for you, send it over to you through WhatsApp. It converts and you pay me. These are digital skills. You don't have to
Hmm.
even stress yourself from your room. We have other cases like website development, right? They charge as high as 500k, 200k, 150k just from your room. So Tolu meets me and says that I want to have a website. I'll be like, okay, I will design for you. I share my portfolio, tell you everything we need to do. We talk over, and I'll just write www.toluwakemi.com. I send you that link. You open it, you see everything about you. I don't have to meet you offline, just from my room. I can be doing that over, remember the word, the digital them is over the internet. So these, we have several of them, like hundreds of digital skills. I can't begin to name all of them right
Hmm.
now, right? So it's not left for you to sit down and ask yourself, which of them can I hold strongly, practice daily, master, and become a god at it, and start making
Hmm.
money from it. You understand? Because we're in a digital age right now. When you have somebody what digital skill you have, the person is looking at you. They will soon leave you behind. Though. You will soon go home, right? You will soon go home. So you must, at this age, you must have one. Me, I have more than three, but I'm an expert in copywriting. But definitely, I know how to do email marketing. I know how to. Okay, I don't know how to design though. I know how to build landing page, which is a one page form of website. I know how to, like, several other things, but make sure you have one major one. You can learn the source of others because they are kind of interconnected if you want to succeed
Yeah.
online. You understand? So, okay, I think I should end there for now because of our time.
Ah, me, I don't even want it to end because even me self, see that they shake my head. Oh my god! Because I love the way you broke it down to a layman's
Yeah,
English.
very important.
Exactly. I love that so much. I love that so much. So what makes digital skills is because it can be offered from the confine of your home, and all you need is
Yeah,
internet and your phone.
yeah,
Internet and your phone. And I love when you also said when you started it, you started it from what skills is itself,
yeah,
and then you now broke it down into like there's a handiwork skill, and
yeah.
there is digital soft skill. I love that so much. I love that so much. And I love how you also explained, like how you used examples to explain the two. And there
Mm.
was something you said in that place that I want to lay another foundation on. You
All right.
said pick one, not the one that
Okay.
works for you. Pick
Okay.
one. Then after you said pick one, you said pick one, study it, learn it, and you said something very profound. You said become a god at it.
Yes, so very important.
Wow. So can you unpack that a bit? Can you unpack that a bit?
Okay.
So wait. So you've talked about the skill, which is great. So I'm a copper now. She just told me she just spoke. I said, okay, good. Now I want to know all these skills that she just made mention of. Let's
Mm.
say I love this email marketing now. That's the one that works with me. They have found it. So how do they learn it? How do they
Mm.
learn it to the extent that they become a god at it?
Okay, all right. Thanks so much for that question. It's very important because these days, people, because they hear learn a skill, learn a skill, learn a skill, they just go pick up one, and after 1 week, when they are not yet making money from it, they are frustrated, right? And they say, "Oh, this digital skills something safe na scam, I beg." So one thing you must begin to understand is that number one, nobody fell as an expert. When I meet God. The God I'm talking about is becoming an expert. I use God a lot other than expert, right? God, like the small letter God, when we become a god at it, right? So basically for me, mine started July 2020, just like you said, during the COVID. That was when I learned copywriting, and You must begin to understand that you can't just become an expert at it even in 1 month. Learning is
Hmm.
continuous till death, right? So
Hmm.
you must be
Yes.
patient enough, be determined to run with consistency, and over time you definitely become an expert. So one thing you must begin to understand, some persons will be like, pick a skill, go to YouTube, learn, go to Twitter. Twitter is a university, blah blah blah. They just be spinning rubbish. So you must begin to understand that things there are not organized, right? If you pick up a skill
Hmm.
right now, go to YouTube, you might be frustrated because if it's copywriting, you go to YouTube like Alex Cartoni and all of that. Their videos are not arranged based on from experts to intermediate, from newbies, beginners to intermediates to experts, right? So you
Hmm.
might watch module 1 today and tomorrow she's shooting module 10 on her YouTube page and you are confused. Do you understand? So in as much YouTube videos are good, they helped me a lot when I was starting out equally. Twitter also and everything, but it's always faster for you when you want to become a god, when you learn under somebody. What do I mean? If I go to Alex Cartoni's page on YouTube now and I'm confused, I ask a question in a comment, she will definitely not answer me. Do you understand? I watch her YouTube videos and I'm frustrated or I'm looking for an answer to a question. I ask, or maybe Dan look, they will not answer you. Do you understand? So you need to work closely with. I'm not talking about if I don't even have any mentor right now that's teaching me directly. I learn from different persons in my industry. I don't have a mentor, so I'm not really the type that say you must have me. I don't have. You understand? It's not because I don't have money to pay, but I've not really seen any reason why I should have one yet. So, but basically, you should learn from, depending on the skill, right? Learn from somebody with results, right? Learn from somebody that when you have questions, I'm not saying you start reaching out to their DM because you paid 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira for their class, you'll be disturbing their lives. But somebody that maybe you will have a community, basically follow the person closely, pay for the person's course if you have the cash, and learn from the person directly. You will grow faster like that. Other then you now be using maybe YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, any other social media platform that supports your learning to be learning by the side. But the essence of you learning from a coach or a mentor, as the case might be, is that it fastens your growth in becoming that God I'm talking about. Another thing you must begin to understand is
Mhm.
even if you pay 100,000 naira to a mentor to learn directly from the person, you will still never become an expert. You will still never become a god in that field if you don't do what is expected of you to do, right? You paying me 100,000 naira will not automatically make you an expert in that field. Do you understand? You still have to carry out your rituals. I call them rituals. In copywriting, I tell my students, I call it rituals in the sense that you carry it out daily, even if it's 30 minutes per day, you know that this is your ritual. It's not now that I'm very busy. When I started out in copywriting, then I have my rituals, the top 3 things I need to do to become better in copywriting. You might not start seeing results in 1 month. I'm currently 2 years plus into it right now, and I've still not gotten to that peak, right? Let alone you that just started 3 months and you are frustrated. So you must begin to understand that even in 1 month, things might not be forthcoming, but trust me, they are compounding. A day will come when
Hmm.
everything will break out and you'll be so surprised. Do you understand? So, in conclusion, becoming a god or an expert in your field requires consistency over time, right? Some persons look at me today and they are like, I started in July 2020. I knew when you started this copywriting of it. And I'm like, they're like, you are still dating now. Yes. There's this, I'm not a motivational speaker though, but there's this quote that says, little drops of water will one day make a mighty ocean, right? You may not really be seeing
Hmm.
the results in the first 3 months, for example, but trust me, things are happening backstage. And the opportunity will come for people who think you went to play Oracle or something. So I think that's it basically. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. See, I was just I was just shaking my head. I was just shaking my head because sincerely, everything I even feel like we can even say good night here because what you have actually what you have actually talked about, let me be sincere with you. If if anybody can sit down with this, go over it over and over and over and over again, it can produce tremendous results. Because I
Yeah.
remember I have been doing WhatsApp marketing since 2019, and
Wow.
I remember when I first started also, you know, I remember when I first started, I remember how I didn't give up and all and then somebody messaged me one day and the person was asking me that how come you just WhatsApp status comes easy to you. Me, I still have
Mm,
issues with posting something on WhatsApp. I still can you go, the person was saying all the using all the negative words in the dictionary,
yeah.
and I couldn't relate. I couldn't relate. I said one of the things that for me self, all I just need is to take my phone and to just put that, the way the thing just says type a status. I literally
Mm,
always have something to type. And I was like, it comes easy with me. And then I found out that if that when we say things comes easy to us, it doesn't mean
yeah.
that we have not gone through some, like for you to say this thing comes easy to me, there must have been a
Yeah.
level of consistency that backs it up.
True.
And then it's not going to take me to this very, very funny question. I know it's funny, but I just would love, because there might be somebody out there that just wants that validation, and I want you to just speak concerning it. You've been doing
All right.
copywriting since 2020. Has there
Yeah.
been a day that you felt
Mm.
like, see, it have do? Èmi ṣé mi nìkan ni? What is
Mhm.
going on? So I want you to speak on that, on giving up, and still on giving up, and on not giving up. Like, I don't know how to put it in a better way, but like I want you to speak on, should I give up, or why you haven't given. Yes, I want you to speak on why you haven't given up so far.
Okay. 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 There's one thing I wanted to say now, but this is public. Okay. I think. Okay. Don't worry. It says, "Who give up, never fuck off." So
Wow.
what I'm trying to say in essence is that there will be times where you'll be like, "Whoa, I not do again." I think that's the perfect word. "Whoa, I not do again." I beg, right? But
Mm-hmm.
one thing I tell people is, why did you start at first? And that's the first question you should ask yourself when you're in that situation. If you just feel like, I launched this my copywriting course, nobody is buying, no, or I've been looking for clients, nobody is coming, I've been writing copy for people, it's not converting, they will come back and say, this thing not convert, to I beg refund my money or something. So, but one question you should always ask yourself at those points when things are not working out is, why did I start at first? Like, why? Most persons, they don't know why they started what they started. They don't know why they even started that skill, right? Why they started learning that skill. So if you're able to answer the question why you started, at that point you will know if you had to give up or not. So many persons, they started whatsoever they started because they want to make quick money. So when the quick money is not coming, giving up becomes the first option. Do you get?
Okay.
But if why you started basically was to become relevant, one other thing digital skills help you do is that it makes you relevant. It's not just about the money, it makes you relevant because there are some persons, there are some kings you will stand before. And if you don't have anything to offer
Mm,
in terms of digital skills, you lose that opportunity. So sorry to speak if you're not a Christian, but you could
mm,
there's something that happened in scriptures when Joseph, right? Joseph, I could refer to what he had as
mhm,
a skill. For example, it was a talent and everything from God, but at times you got to polish your talent to a skill to make money. So let me just say what he had there was a skill, and a time came when the king needed somebody to interpret dreams. They brought him. He stood before the king with what he had, and he was given access to stuff because of what he could bring to the table. So one other thing that these two skills help you do is not just money, 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 money. It makes you relevant. That's one part most persons don't know. So you become attractive by default to people because of what you can offer. Doors begin to open for you, begin to enter places of opportunities. People begin to mention your name in room full of opportunities because of what you can bring to the table. So I just want you to shift your mind a bit from the money thing, because that's one reason why people give up. They are like, omo, money not dey this one, may enter this one. Money not dey come for affiliate marketing, may enter. So it's the money thing. And I'm not saying money is not important. Definitely, you can be relevant and still be broke. You'll be asking for urgent 2K. So they go hand in hand. But outside the money thing, begin to see it as, I want to remain relevant in this age and beyond. Do you understand? If that mindset is there, giving up will not be part of your options. In fact, when the idea of giving up come, you are like, guy gets at this relevance. We're talking about relevance. I know that some persons they always want to remain among the masses. They've made up their mind, I beg anyhow, and not get strength to go climb the top, right? But the first thing you must begin to understand in life is that it's relevance first. That's why when I did the big game conference, I said making impact, income, and influence. Making impact, influence, and income. The first thing is impact. How well you want to make people, I did tell people that one day it has been happening though. It gives me joy. What gives me joy is when somebody looks at me and say, "Oh, Esther, if not for you, I wouldn't have been here today." The person did not give me money, but that statement alone in impacting the person's life, it's something through your digital skill. So I thought some persons copywriting, they are making money from it, and they are like, if not for you, I would have still be asking for urgent 2K. So at that point, you are relevant to them, number one. Even if they don't come and say, "Oh, take this money as appreciation," but you are relevant already in their lives, and they begin to refer you to people. Your relevance begin to expand, which in turn begin to bring money. So digital skill, if you settle down and reason it, it's not something that you say, "Let me give up." So currently now I have about 21,000 followers on Facebook. So imagine in December 2020, that's 3 months, July, August, September, October, November, 5 months to when I started out. Imagine I was like, no results, so may I chill, I beg, I not do it again. But now I wouldn't have up to that amount of persons following. People don't just follow idiots, they follow you because of what you have to give, right? So I wouldn't have that number of persons say, okay, let's. So you must begin to look at the future and not the now. You must begin to look at the future and not the now. So one thing for me basically is digital skill is what is making me stay relevant. Yes, God's grace and digital skill is what is making me stay relevant. So giving up is not part of the option. Giving up, it's not part of the option. So Tolu, do you know that in this 5K or more challenge, somebody starts to me one day. The person left the group while the training was ongoing, and I was like, "What happened?" I reached out. The person was like, "See, me, I'm tired. I cannot continue. I cannot continue." So I was like, if giving up is always your first option, you will not go far in this life. Oh. If giving up is always your first option, so before any small thing you are giving up, a day will come and nobody will motivate you again. Give up if you want to give up. Now you sabi. Give up if you want to give up. Now you sabi. Right? Nobody is there to motivate you. So you must begin to motivate yourself with your inner why. Do you really want to stay relevant? If yes, then keep pushing, even if result is not yet coming. So begin to see it from that perspective, other than just money, 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 money. I'll stop there, Jerry.
Wow. If you give up, now you mess up.
That's
so true. That is so true. And I love how you gave us tools that we can use. One of the ways you said, ask yourself, why did you start in the first place?
Yes.
And I love the
Very
fact that
important.
you used that to now explain relevance to us, which is something I love so much. And I'm not going to lie to you. Even from the NYC Boardroom virtual conference alone, I get there was a day I woke up to a message from somebody, and the person was telling me about these sessions has really changed their mindset, their life, their this, and I'm like, it's just this. Imagine if I had said, and it's not like I've not thought about, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. I've thought about it, but then I just, like you said, the reason why I started, and I looked at it that it's not really about the 10,000, the 1,000. It's about one person that can that their life can change if they hear something from this. And I'm so excited, and I love how you talked about it. It sincerely warmed my heart. I must be sincere with you, and I love how you broke it down. That for me has always been something I love about you and about your teachings, or how they can be practical, like they're so practicable, like it's practical. You can see. You're not blind. It's so practical, and I love that so much. So I'm going to ask
Yeah,
you this
thank you.
last question. I'm going to
Okay.
ask you this last question. In case we have somebody out there saying, Mr. Star, Mr. Lu, this is good. I've chosen a skill. I'm ready to commit to it. I'm ready to stay
Okay.
focused.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Now, but is this something I can do full time? Do you think? I for sure. I'm just going to put it out there. You see, she already talked about it. She talked about impact, money, impact, influence, and income. There is impact, influence, and income in digital skill. And then she also talked about it in the beginning that there's a way you market it, obviously, and those kind of ways they teach them when you go to learn them. Now, let me go back to the question I want to ask, which is, I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do that. Now, can digital skill be a full-time job? Can somebody say, I'm leaving my certificate to pursue this? Is it possible? Is it wise? Or will you say, don't do it? What do you have to
Okay.
say about it?
Okay. So everybody have their path. I was in a conference yesterday where I spoke. It was a fiscal conference in Benin. I spoke there, and there was something the other speaker said that really got me. It was like everybody have their path. Some persons, they want to be career professionals. Trust me, they want to be career persons. Like they love job, they love career, right? Let's say they've studied, like me basically. I studied education in school, University of Benin, and obviously I'm not using it, but there are some persons that did maybe medicine, engineering, even educational courses, for example, and they're like, I studied education, me, I love lecturing, I want to be teaching, I want to be, see, just define your path basically. Define your path basically, right? If you are the career, we have the career
Hmm.
type, we have the business people, we have the freelancers, right? So if you are the type that want to go into career, feel free, go. These days some people will be like, salary is what they pay you to deny you of your dream or something, blah blah blah. They say all those things to lure people. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can.
All right. They say all of those things to lure people in buying their courses, right? But if you are the career type, you love the corporate world, you want to work on, some persons, I will not use the word they are destined to work under people, but they do well when they work under people. That's where they stretch and do all their stuff. Feel free, go. But even in that your career, like I said, either you are doing career, you are doing business, you are a freelancer, everybody needs digital skill, right? So it depends on the career you are
Hmm.
doing. There's one thing or the other. See, you just have to be, I will not use the word tech because it's kind of general, but just know one or two things about the internet space. If you're into the career world, right? Know one or two things about the internet space. And if you're into the business world, definitely, if you're starting out, you might not be able to pay a full-time marketer. In fact, you should be your own first marketer. Cannot be able to pay a copywriter, for example. You might not be able to pay a designer or something. So just make sure you learn little about other digital skills that will enable you. So my verdict basically is not to say everybody must do freelance. Everybody should go into digital skill. No, 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 no. If everybody is into digital skill, we'll be sewing your clothes, right? If everybody is doing digital, who will be, what is it called now? Who will be cutting your hair as a guy, right? If everybody is doing digital skill, who will be the doctors treating people. So
Hmm.
everybody cannot really do it. You define your path and know what you want. Don't allow maybe because you see your friend into affiliate marketing making millions and you your own now. You wanted to do, you want to focus on career before, right? Working in a company or something. I bet let me leave this certificate safe. Let me focus on what's bringing me money. No, 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 no. Do what gives you joy, even if it's not bringing all the millions yet. Yeah. Then from that you can look for other streams of income, basically. You understand? So while you're doing your career, can income, you can be monetizing your knowledge online, can be monetizing your experiences online. That's why I say know things about the internet to navigate, basically. So everybody cannot really do copywriting. Everybody cannot do graphics. Everybody cannot do websites. There will definitely still be career persons. But in as much you're a career person, you must understand that the digital space, you should know things about it, know how things work. Don't just be a novice, right? Then there's some persons still now, they'll still be asking you what's email marketing. No, 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 no. Don't just be a novice. Learn things. At least during weekend, you don't go to work sometimes. Take out your time and learn. Look for what's trendy. Learn things. Open your mind. Be open to learning. Do you understand? Then if you're the type that want to go into maybe physical business, you want to sell shoe, bag, clothes, we have perfume, we have multiple physical businesses. That's why you now learn digital marketing, right? If you want to go into business full time, you have to learn digital marketing. You have to do your stuff online. You can be operating offline. Online gives you a wider reach, right? So take that same thing online,
Hmm.
that is be marketing it online while you're also doing your stuff offline. Then we have the other set of persons that are freelancers. These ones, they are not doing business, they're not into career work, they are working for people, working for individuals with their skill, right? They offer their skill as a service and people pay them. All those ones are the real digital skill people, right? They become a master at it and all of that. So just define your path, basically. That was one thing I got from that training yesterday because it got me thinking. I'm like, that's true. So many persons are depressed, others have committed suicide because they did not define their path, right? They saw their friends into affiliate
Yes.
marketing today and they are there. Tomorrow they saw their friend into website development and they are there, they don't even know what they want. So know what you want, and if anybody's result is putting you into depression, you can block the person for a while. Is very important. Right? So that's it, basically. That's it.
Ah, wow, 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 wow. I must be sincere. It's you you really, really, really. I couldn't have thought of somebody else to do this to come. Like you did a very, very good job, and I'm really, really proud. I'm really, really happy, and I'm really, really proud of myself for coming to you, for coming to you to ask you to do this. I'm really, really proud of myself for that, and I'm really, really grateful to God for you. Thank you so much. Like I said, and I also love what you are doing. I love what you are doing in Bini. I love the fact that how should I put it now? You know, you could have traveled to Lagos. You could have
Yeah.
said you wanted to expand your mind and travel to Lagos and say you want to put yourself out there. But this is also the see when I tell you guys that she's a preacher of what she teaches. She talked about relevance. She talked about impact, and you staying back in Benin just to make
Mm,
sure Benin is impacted. It
yeah.
speaks a lot. It speaks a lot. It speaks a lot. And we really, you know, I'm not going to Abia State. And before I went there, if I told me there were people who are who are focused, people who are driven, I'll tell you where it's a lie. That's what I'll tell you. I'll tell you it's a lie. I'll tell you that Abia States, I'm very sure they are very backward here. But when I
Yeah.
got there and I met people, I saw that you only know about where you are. You don't know.
That's deep.
You don't know. You don't know about where you've not been to. You only know about where you are, and that for me really, really speaks a lot. It speaks a lot of volume. And I must say, I love what you are doing. I love what the things that you are bringing to Benin City. I love how you are making you're making it you're making possibilities happen over there, and I love it
Mm,
so much.
God
I love
doing.
it so much. Well, see, what yourself, and yes, what yourself, what yourself. That's how she will be doing you. But sincerely, jokes apart, jokes apart, and I'm not trying to wash you. I'm not trying to gas you up. But this is me telling you, I see you. I love what you're doing, and I'm giving you your roses, and I'm giving you your applause, and I'm saying, well
Thank
done, like
you.
well done, well done. Thank you for making Benin City a possibility city. Thank you for caring about the youth in Benin City. I thank you for doing something about it. I love it so much. It's one of the things I'm also trying to do here in Abeokuta, where I am in Ogun
Thank you.
State. By the grace of
Thank
God, come 2023. You never know, we might bring you down here. We might bring you down. We hope that you come to visit us in this our part of the world.
you.
All right, guys, I I hope with everything she has talked about, see, she broke it down. So there's nothing like I don't even know where to start, because that is the DM I get a lot of time. Toluwakemi, there are too much skills. I don't know where to start. She has broken it down. Sit down with yourself and ask yourself, which one do I want to learn? And see, you don't have to have BSc in one to learn one. No, pick
Yeah.
it. This is the one I want to learn. Stay focused on it. Pay if you need to pay somebody. If you need to
Yeah.
get a coach, let somebody mentor you in it. And don't do it for the money. Don't do it for the money. And the beauty, the awesome, amazing figures she's currently making now. I'm sure if you had asked her in 2020 if it was possible, she will tell you it is possible. She will gas herself up and say, yeah, she knows. But right now, focusing on impact, see the amazing thing she's doing. She's currently doing a 5K challenge, and more than 300 people paid for that challenge. When I
480.
see, she said 480. 480. I want come 2023. I want to do that. I'm one of the people that paid. I'm one, like, come 2023. I want to be able to do that too. I'm telling you, it's a result I will also love to replicate. It's a result I will love to replicate. I'm doing it, but I'm not doing it in hundreds like that on just one assignment. And I also want to do it too. And I paid for a 5K challenge. I'm just going to put it out there that everything she's talked about, if you don't take action, what have we been saying? So please, and please, definitely the NYC boardroom, we are coming up with a structure that will help everybody. I even see with everything she just broke down now, is even going to help us be able to come up with a structure that can help you. So that's why I want you, don't leave the group. Stick with us. The NYC boardroom is here to stay. We are a 5-year assignment. And much more than anything, we want to help people. We want to help make NYC corpers employable, marketable, and bankable. That's what we want to do. So please and please stick with us. Come next year, we will be doing another conference. We are resting for this year by the grace of God. But come next year, we'll be doing another conference. Stick with us. Don't run away. Thank you so much, Miss Esther.
All right, ma. We'll see you later.
Yes, ma. Thank you so much. I'll be in your DM soon. Do you guys understand? So please and please and please and please, make sure you do not just hear all these things that we've talked about. Make sure you actually work them out. All right, so I come your way next time. But let me just tell you something. And before I go, I was gonna watch football. Germany versus Spain. I currently don't know who is winning. I don't know who is losing. I was gonna watch that football match. I'm sure they're in second half now. So guys, like come your way next time. My name is Tolu Akemi. Let me stand up and take a bow. Thank you so much for watching the replay. Thank you so much for joining us live. Thank you so much for coming, for joining. This is our t-shirts. In case if you love to get one, we have it in white, in wine, in red. We have it in different colors. Don't worry. In the community, we'll be doing great and amazing stuff together as the year, as we are coming up in the year. Thank you so much. God bless you. It's like come your way next time. I am the founder of the Nysc Boardroom. I love doing this with you guys. I look forward to doing much more with you guys. And thank you so, so, so much for sticking with us. Thanks so much for banking with us. We look forward to amazing thing. We are very sorry Victor Oba could not come live. The network did not just allow that to happen, and he has promised us next year. Yes, he has promised us next year, and I look forward to doing this with you guys. Thank you so much. Like come your way next time. My name is Tolu Akemi. Bye bye. End stream.